Hello learners, welcome to this session. The topic for discussion in this session is issues and challenges in computer vision. So in the earlier sessions we had seen what is computer vision, what are its applications, and then where can we use this particular computer vision technology. So all these things we had covered in the earlier 3 sessions. So this is the final session on the computer vision. I am Professor V.V. Subramaniam, Director, School of Computer Information Sciences, IGNOU, New Delhi. So the basic agenda that we had set for this particular session is, first of all, we would see the advantages of the computer vision, issues, challenges, and what are the necessary qualities or the software possession that the software engineer who is looking for the entry into the computer vision technology development. So the computer vision refers to the field of training computers to visualize data as humans do. So it is just like mimicking the human vision. This technology has the potential to reach a stage wherein computers can understand images and videos better than humans. Also, the use cases are practically limitless, as we had seen in the earlier video sessions, despite the technology still existing in its nascent stage of exploration. So let us see the advantages of computer vision. While computer vision has a lot more to achieve, it has already achieved groundbreaking innovations, as we had seen in our earlier session videos. This technology brings a lot of advantages to daily and professional life, like reliability, numerous use cases and wide range of applications, cost reduction. So coming to the reliability factor, the human eye grows tired after scanning its environment. That too, when we watch the same environment for some time, it will get tired. Factors such as fatigue and health come into the picture. With computer vision, this is eliminated because cameras and computers never get tired. Since the human factor is removed, it is easier to rely on the results also. So coming to the next advantage, that is the numerous use cases. In our previous 2 sessions, we had covered applications of computer vision 1 and 2. In that particular sessions, we had gone through several sectors, like healthcare was the sector, agriculture sector, retail sector, and then autonomous vehicles. So likewise we had seen numerous use cases. So each and every sector carries the computer vision applications. So that too, this computer vision along with the artificial intelligence and machine learning, it is having the greater impact, and the range of applications are growing day by day. From healthcare and agriculture to banking and automobiles, if explored smartly, computer vision can be employed in almost every aspect of our life. Right from our home security till the country's security. There are wide range of applications in the defense and security also. That also we had seen in our earlier sessions. These machines can learn by viewing thousands of labeled images, thus understanding the traits of what's being visualized. The same primary computer vision technology that evaluates the quality of packages in a factory can also be used to identify trends in the stock market. So you can see here there are wide range of applications, right from the monitoring of the package, like the product packages, till the identifying the trends in the stock market. There are wide number of applications. Then there is cost reduction factor also, which is very much advantageous for this technology to implement. Computer vision can be used to increase productivity in operations and eliminate faulty products from hitting the shelves. This technology will also allow companies to manage their teams effectively by identifying staff that could be used for other activities that require much more attention. For example, in Amazon fulfillment centers, productivity among workers is measured to improve efficiency and resource allocation. So, along with the following advantages, there are some issues and challenges in the computer vision technology field. So, for every component, like for every application, there may be some issues and challenges associated with it. So, researchers are working on these particular issues and challenges, and day by day they are overcoming these particular challenges. However, there may be several other challenges also coming into picture from day to day. So, researchers are taking all these challenges, they are working upon, and they are trying to solve all these issues pertaining to the computer vision technology. Why is computer vision so challenging? Well, first of all, it is not very easy to imitate something that you do not completely understand. Whatever the image may be or whatever the video that it is monitored. So, first of all, it has to understand the underlying meaning also. So, human cognition is not yet completely deciphered, and computer vision is highly dependent on the discoveries of the neuroscience field. But even for the part of cognition that we do not understand, reproducing the same abilities in a machine is not an easy task. These particular computer vision applications, we are using them in the medical field, like the MRI and other kinds of things. So, there should be highest precision. Whenever we talk about the health applications, there should be some highest precision in order to predict the abnormalities. So, first of all, it should try to understand the picture or else the image that it has been scanned, and automatically it should understand the meaning, it should be deciphered, and then it should give the correct prediction to the nearest point. So, this particular computer vision technology, whenever we are using for the very high sensitive applications like medical field and other kinds of things, or security, defense, whenever we are using these applications in these areas, it should take care of the nearest precision. Then the perception of humans come with a pre-existing knowledge about the object and the geometry. Seeing a 2D image, one can easily distinguish between foreground and background objects and effortlessly recognize an object even if it is subject to occlusions, background clutter or deformations. But computers cannot distinguish easily between object pixels and background pixels. So, this is a kind of challenge wherein which even further research is going on, wherein which this particular challenge can be overcome. In case of many to one relation between image and the label, they cannot easily tell one object from another object. More importantly, they cannot extract higher level information from images. They cannot recognize the emotion on a face or the action being performed in a scene. So, this is also a challenging field or challenging area where the researchers are concentrating upon. The other thing is the data representation issue. There is also the issue of data representation. Humans have ways to organize their knowledge in order to reason and reach to the conclusions about what they see. But whenever that computer vision technology tries to mimic these particular things, there may be a problem. For example, upon seeing an image of a zebra, they can identify it based on its attributes like its four legs or its stripes, but also because it resembles a horse and it is standing in the sun. So, for humans it may be very much easy to identify whether it is a zebra or a horse. So, there may be a kind of data representation issue here. So, this is one challenging area where the computer vision needs to be tackled. Then in the case of computers, they perceive digital images not as something continuous with semantic information, but just as a series of discrete numerical values. Here you can see the interpretation of the same data by the computers. This data representation does not allow for a easy extraction of higher level knowledge and hinders the comparison between images of similar things. Computer vision systems are usually very sensitive to variations such as scale, viewpoint or illumination and infra-class differences as shown in the figure on the next slide. So, depending upon even if the zebra stand, the scale matters. Suppose if it is far away, even human eyes also maybe get cheated. They may also interpret it as a horse. The viewpoint, the light that it is falling upon that particular object, the intra-class differences or else the angle itself, the way that it is standing, that also may be misinterpreted in the data representation. You can see here I have shown one simple example. You can see it is talking about the viewpoint in the first like the car kind of thing, and then in the second figure you can see the difference of the scaling. So, in the first, like in the B, the Mona Lisa portrait, whether suppose if you are viewing it from a short distance and viewing it from a large distance, it makes the difference of data representation. And the illumination part also, here in the third image down left side you can see the illumination variations, and then in the right side down corner we have the intra-class variations. So, these are kind of variations wherein which for the computer vision technology it may be some sort of a problem or else it may be a kind of a research challenge wherein which the image may be misinterpreted and the data representation may not be done properly. So, reasoning issue is one thing that we can discuss. Modern neural network based algorithms are complex systems whose functioning are often obscure. In situations like this, it becomes tough to find the logic behind any task. This lack of reasoning creates a real challenge for computer vision experts who try to define any attribute in an image or a video. Then fake content. Suppose if a image, the original image is in its place and upon that particular original image some morphing has been done or else some fake content has been put upon, that forms another layer. So, it is difficult to find out the original content with that of the fake content. Like all other technologies, computer vision is in the wrong hands can lead to dangerous problems. Anybody with access to powerful data centers is capable of creating fake images, videos or text content. So, this is also a difficult part and it comes under the one of the challenge. So, adversarial attacks, these are optical illusions for the computer. The thing that is happening on the scene may be different than the data represented by the application. So, there may be some sort of optical illusions coming into picture and this forms a kind of challenge for the computer vision technology. When an attacker creates a faulty machine learning model, they intend the machine using it to fail. These flawed models are difficult to identify and can cause serious damage to any systems, and these are called as adversarial attacks. So, these things are also possible. So, coming to the privacy part, this is arguably the biggest social threat that computer vision possesses. The quality that make computer vision effective are also the concerns of humans that value their privacy. So, with computers learning from thousands and thousands of images and videos, computers are getting better at recognizing individuals by their facial features and everyone's information is stored on a cloud. This may be causing a kind of privacy threat also. So, this is one of the challenge. Even in one of the applications we had seen that in some countries the video shooting or else coverage of the kids in the media is banned. So, we had seen that particular application also. So, computer vision can track people's whereabouts and monitor their habits. With such information, governments and businesses could be lured into penalizing and rewarding workers based on their actions. So, China, a nation with strong artificial intelligence capabilities, is already looking to use computer vision to monitor its citizens and provide information that funds its controversial social credit system. So you can see here the continuous monitoring is one of the applications that they are thinking for, and it will continuously monitor its citizens and provide information that funds its controversial social credit system. So it is hampering the privacy factor. On the other hand, San Francisco has banned the use of facial recognition technology by the police and other related agencies. It is psychologically unhealthy for humans to know that they are constantly being observed and monitored during every aspect of their life. So these particular challenges are also coming up. Then coming to the applications part, the current applications part, recently government has announced the smart cities concept. In the smart cities concept, the major occurrence of the technologies we watch are the artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and then the computer vision, along with the Internet of Things devices. So these are the things that we are going to observe in the smart cities. So one application may be video surveillance in smart cities, visual tracking in crowded scenes, crowd behavior analysis using image processing, smart parking in smart cities, vehicle license plate recognition, traffic monitoring and violation detection in smart cities, electronic health record in smart cities, biometrics, urban area mapping and navigation, smart grids. Likewise, there are several applications associated with the computer vision technology in smart cities. You can see in the smart cities, there will be the availability of many more cameras hanging around the city in order to monitor the traffic, in order to monitor the citizens, in order to monitor the crowd. Likewise, there will be several video surveillance cameras attached. So once again, when we talk about the video surveillance or visual tracking, this computer vision technology will come into the picture. So this may be stored on the edge devices and it will be processed, and it will be using the cloud kind of technology, where in which you will be having a big data centers for these smart cities in order to watch the normalities, abnormalities and other kinds of things, and takes intelligent decisions like the crowd behavior analysis, or whenever there is a huge crowd like gathered at one particular place. So once again the image processing technology will be coming into picture, and then it will like monitor the crowd behavior. If at all it predicts any kind of abnormality in the one of the citizen or citizens in that particular crowd, it automatically predicts, captures and then send the images to the police or else the intelligence agencies. So smart parking in the smart cities. Obviously, we can see some of the vehicles also carrying nowadays the very intelligent plate recognition, the number plate recognition systems, wherein which simple chips are being added onto the vehicle license plate. So those particular plates can also be recognized from a shorter distance by using some sensors. The traffic monitoring and violation detection in smart cities. Once again, there is no kind of a human factor or a traffic police to be monitored around in and around the traffic. However, certain cameras will take care of this particular traffic monitoring and violation detection, and automatically the challans will be sent to their mobiles. So these kinds of things are always possible. The greatest concentration on the smart cities is the smart health of people, and then smart grids for electricity. So all these things comes into the the latest kind of thing that we are using. We will be using it in the future smart cities. So let us see the job description of computer vision engineer. Suppose if you want to become a computer vision engineer, that too a software engineer, so you should possess skill set something that is different from that of the normal software engineers, which they will be working upon the normal applications like the commercial applications. But here the computer vision engineer should possess some extra qualities which we can discuss it right now. The ideal candidate must have a sound knowledge of machine learning algorithms, principles and their applications. The strongest footing should be in the artificial intelligence area, the machine learning, and one more thing is that too into the deep learning architectures. He or she should have an experience working on deep learning architectures like convolutional neural networks that we had already seen, GAN and many more. He or she should also be familiar with the deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, etc. He or she should know a good understanding of object detection and models like YOLO, RCNN, Mask RCNN and many more. Along with these particular skills, the engineer should have the knowledge of the cloud computing also. So whenever we are talking about the smart cities kind of application or smart health kinds of application or smart traffic kinds of applications, normal systems or data centers may not be the like possible target things that we can do away with. However, we will be using the cloud platforms, the cloud platform technology like the edge computing, fog computing, mist computing. So these are the area in which the people should have knowledge along with machine learning, artificial intelligence and deep learning architectures. So let us see the skill set. Programming languages for computer vision engineers. We have several programming languages choice for computer vision like Open Computer Vision, OpenCV you can call it as, using C++, Open Computer Vision using Python or MATLAB. So these three things are the essentially like programming languages which you will be using in order to develop the computer vision applications. However, most engineers have a personal favorite depending on the task they perform. There may be several availability of choice. However, these three are the popular kind of programming languages that we use. Beginners often pick OpenCV with Python for its flexibility. It is a language most programmers are familiar with and owing to its versatility is very popular among the developers. So first of all, right now Python is a general purpose language wherein which people are using in order to build the artificial intelligence applications, machine learning applications and then computer vision kind of applications. So learning Python is must nowadays. So you can learn Python as an essential programming language in order to cope up with the applications that we are going to develop in future. So let us see the conclusion part. Computer vision's progress can make people truly feel like they are living through a scientific fiction film. The future of this technology is filled with a range of use cases to be catered to. Numerous businesses within this realm are collecting millions of images and videos that can be used to train their computer vision systems. Also, existing businesses are exploring ways to employ computer vision into their operations. So we have seen various applications right from retail management, floor management, even the cameras that are being just put before the stores, agriculture applications, defense, security applications, health applications. So these kinds of applications all we had touched. Apart from this, we had seen the real time like applications using web based like the Google and other kinds of applications. So this particular computer science technology will be very much useful in future in order to build the smart cities. So with this we will conclude the computer vision unit, and then let us see what we had learned during these 20 videos. So this is the end of the end video for the 40 video course, that is on Introduction to Information Technology. You had studied several things in the Introduction to Information Technology. You had studied several applications, you had studied several technologies, and other things. Right from introduction, we had touched upon the MIS, and then we had seen the human computer interaction, embedded systems, and computer science, the computer vision technology. So there were a wide range of applications, and for each and every technology that is on offer has several applications or several challenges to solve. So with this, I hope you had understood the whole course. Please once again concentrate on the videos and check your progress kind of thing that we had already prepared and posted in that form of the assignments. You please go through, solve the problems, read the course material, read the previous papers, and try to gain good marks in this particular course. Wish you all the best. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.